Hi, we're going to take a look at a homework problem from Chapter 7 that has to do with a confidence interval for standard deviation. Several of you are making the same mistakes and getting frustrated with these problems, so we're going to take a look at using StatCrunch. This particular problem, if you notice, gives us the mean, the standard deviation, the sample size, and the confidence interval question. The thing to keep in mind is when we're going to click to do this problem, some cases we're using with summary, some cases with data, but in both cases, if you're going to be entering information, you need to pay attention to the results the software gives you. Because when you get to the end, you're going to be given an interval for the variance, and this particular problem asks you for standard deviation. To start off with, the sample standard deviation is 0.63, but when we look here, the sample variance is requested. That means you take 0.63 times 0.63 or 0.3969. The sample size is 103, and we wanted a 98% confidence interval. So far, not so bad. So we're going to go ahead and click compute, and now we have values here. However, these values are for the variance. The problem clearly is asking us for standard deviation. So we're going to need to take square roots. Now let's take a look at what we're looking for here. We are looking for 2 decimal places. So we're going to take the square root of 0.29307,529 and get about 0.54. Okay, and our other one, the square root of 0.5643355, get the square root 0.75. Now, it says, is it safe to conclude that the population standard deviation is less than 0.70? Well, if you take a look at the interval, the 0.70 is included in that interval. However, there are values above that above that value, and there are values below that value. So should we assume that it's less than 0.70? So we're going to have to think about that, and I'll leave that part up to you. Hopefully walking you through again what to click on StatCrunch was helpful. Now, another problem on here gives us the raw data. This one, you're going to click to open up in StatCrunch, Stat, Variance Statistics, one sample, this time with data. Might as well just go ahead and do both men and women since the problem's going to ask me for both. But again, keep in mind, even though I have this result for both men and women, I am not done because both of these values are going to require me to do the square roots. Now you'll notice I accidentally forgot to click confidence interval, which is another mistake students are frequently doing. They get these results, they go, what's a hypothesis test? Make sure you click confidence interval, and now we're looking at results for the population variance, and again, these are going to have to take square roots. So we're going to take the square root of 4.49, 12497, and we're going to say it's 2.12. Okay, on the other value, we're going to take the square root of 31.638399, and we're going to type that value into our answer box. 5.62. Check our work, do the same thing for women, and finish the problem.